guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Stacy. I went to my library recently and they were having a book sale. It was a surprise book sale. It wasn't scheduled. The librarian said that someone showed up with 16 boxes of books to donate and they didn't have room for them, so they just put them out for sale. So good for me. I happened to go in there on that day that they were putting all these books out and I snagged some. First one I'm going to show looks so cool. I love this book cover so much. It is this Elijah, Man of God, and this was actually a library book at some point because it has this in it. And all of you book lovers out there, is this not an amazing find? Do you not get like extra excited when you see one of these library cards in a book? I haven't seen one of these in so many years, I forgot they even existed. And this card actually has somebody's name on it, and the last time this book was taken out of the library was 1970. How cool is that? So I have never heard of this book or this author. I forgot to say who it is. It's from Leslie Barbinge. I think that's how you say the name. It's written in a weird kind of font that's actually really hard to read. But this goes through all the different bits that Elijah is in the Bible and talks about Elijah's character. Elijah was a really interesting person from the Bible, and I am looking forward to going through this. I think this will be fun. Next, I picked up Concise Theology by J.I. Packer. This says a guide to historic Christian beliefs. He is also the author of Knowing God. I believe I have Knowing God on my Kindle. But I don't think I've read it yet. I don't think I've read anything by J.I. Packer, but I believe he is well known and well liked. It says this is a book that explains the essentials of theology in a style and length that busy readers can appreciate. So I don't think I've ever read a book about theology either. So this will be a first for me. Looking forward to this one. Next one is Renaissance, The Power of the Gospel, However Dark the Times by Os Guinness. O-S, is that how you say it? I don't know. I don't know anything about this author. I've never heard of this name. I've never heard of this book. But it said on the back that it is a winner of the 2015 Logos Book Award. So yeah, I don't really know what this one is about, but I guess I will give it a try. Let me know if you guys have heard of these and if they're any good or not. Then I picked up The Passion of Jesus Christ by John Piper. Again, I've heard of John Piper, but I don't know much about him. And I don't think I've heard of this book either. This one is from Crossway. This says 50 Reasons Why Jesus Came to Die. Okay, so yeah. This is exactly what it sounds like, 50 Reasons Why He Died. Chapter 1, to absorb the wrath of God. Chapter 2, to please His Heavenly Father, and so on and so forth. So I think this is going to be a good one to read at Easter time. The next four are all together kind of as a set, but they didn't have the complete set, but I got what they had. And that is these B books. I think that's what the series is called. B books. These are all by Warren W. Wiersbe. Is that how you say his name? I'm not entirely sure. I have heard of this guy and I've heard really good things about him, but I haven't read any of his stuff. But these looked really good. I think these are meant to be like Bible studies for different books. So this one says, Be holy, becoming set apart for God. And this is for Leviticus. And then we have Be faithful. It's always too soon to quit. This is for 1st and 2nd Timothy, Titus, and Philemon. We have Be compassionate, let the world know that Jesus cares. And this is for Luke 1 through 13. And I also got Be courageous, take heart from Christ's example. And this is Luke 14 through 24. Yeah, this is definitely like a Bible study thing. There's questions and answers in here and breakdowns of the different chapters. So these look really good. If you've done these before, let me know. I'm interested in your thoughts. If I like these, I will try to find the rest of the books so I can have a complete set. That would be pretty cool. And the last Christian nonfiction book that I got is this one, Spurgeon on prayer. And I have definitely heard of Charles Spurgeon. I have his Bible that has his sermon notes in it. I know that Spurgeon is great. I really do like his stuff. This one is a book on how to converse with God, and it says classic on here. So this looks like Spurgeon's sermons on prayer. So I'm very much looking forward to this. I trust what Spurgeon has to say, and I could always learn way more about prayer. I definitely am not very happy with my prayer life lately, so yeah, anything to kind of kick me into gear will be great. All right, the next books I picked up are also part of a series, and I did not get the whole series. They only had 5 out of, I don't know how many are in there, I think over 10. And I'm not entirely sure which order these are to be read, because I know at least one of these is part of the prequel series that comes before the regular series. And these are mystery books by an author that I have never read before, but they take place in Victorian England. So this first one is The Woman in the Water by Charles Finch, and this says a prequel to the Charles Lennox series. This says, in the tradition of Sherlock Holmes, so keyword for me, the newest mystery in the Charles Lennox series pits the young detective against a maniacal murderer who would give Professor Moriarty a run for his money. So that right there, you know I had to pick this up. And this one takes place in London, 1850. So yeah, I've never read any of his books, but just the time and setting sound right up my alley. This next one is The Vanishing Man. This one takes place in 1853. This one is The Last Passenger. This one takes place in 1855. This one says it is the 3rd and final installment in the prequel trilogy. So I hope this one is book 2 and this is book 3 in the prequel series. If not, I've already looked to see if they have these at my library, and they do. So if I like the series, I can just fill in with the library books. I also got Home by Nightfall. This one takes place in 1876. This one says Finch matches his intelligent plotting with his elegant, oh-so-British prose. Fans of Jane Austen, Charles Dickens, and Anthony Trollope will find this latest effort their cup of tea. So, sounds awesome. And then the last one I got is The Inheritance. This one, I don't know when this one takes place. And I definitely have to look at what order to read these, because I'm not sure if you're supposed to read the prequel books first or if you should just start the series and then do the prequel books. I don't know. So again, if you guys have read anything from Charles Finch or this series, let me know if they're any good. They could be terrible, but I got them for super cheap at the library, so it won't be all that bad. Okay, I want to add in 3 books that I got at a used bookstore. I went to Mr. K's in Johnson City, Tennessee recently, and I only picked up 3 books while I was there. I always head to the classics section when I go there because they have some really great covers. I really love collecting classics that have specific covers. So I found this Sherlock book. It is the Memoirs of Sherlock Holmes, and I already own this book, but I don't have it in this cover, and I really like these covers. So yeah, I have that. I also grabbed The Adventures of Robin Hood. I've never read this book before, but if you can see this book here behind me, this is Stephen Lawhead's kind of retelling of Robin Hood, and I really want to read that this year, and so I thought it would be fun to read the original first and then read this book and see how they compare. And I also found this treasure. I was so excited when I saw this. I got the big book of Sherlock Holmes stories, and these have stories written by lots of different authors, and I'm really loving reading other authors' writings of Sherlock because I'm just really impressed. I think other people are doing an amazing job of writing Sherlock. So there's stories in here from Laurie R. King, and I've read 2 of her books and love them. Also Anne Perry, which I think is a very popular mystery writer. Stephen King, which I had no idea he ever wrote a Sherlock story, so that's news to me. Also P.G. Wodehouse, which I know is a mystery writer. Neil Gaiman is one of my favorite authors from before I was a Christian. His books were some of my favorite books of all time. I'm not sure if I would love his books as much now because my tastes in certain things have changed. I really want to reread some of his books though soon and see what I think about them. But again, I had no idea that he wrote any Sherlock stories, so I'm just thrilled with this book. It would not be one of my videos without my dog Poppy, would it? I did want to mention that I also signed up for, my library has an adult winter reading program. So if you sign up online and you log the books that you read, you get different badges for different things. So you get different badges if you read books that fit certain prompts, or if you write reviews for books, things like that. And also, if you read 5 books between now and I think the end of March, you get a blanket. So I am so excited for that. I've done the winter reading challenge twice before, and the other 2 years I got a coffee mug, but this time I'm getting a blanket. So yeah, I'm interested. Does any of you guys libraries do this like winter challenge? Or do any reading challenges for adults? I don't know if all libraries do that, but I think it's really awesome. Anyway, that is all I've got for this video. I hope y'all are having a great day, and I will see y'all soon. Bye.